Friday.
It is.
How goes it? Welcome to another episode of Creatia Conversation, number one news source on Pornhub for all that nerdish. I am your host, Mara Shark Watkins, and today my co-host is Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, aka Dragon King, Big T, T Money, Sweet T, Black Merlin, HNIC.
What's happening?
How's your Friday going?
It's going. It's going. Halfway through the workday. You know how that is.
I love that feeling.
Yeah. Just kind of wanted
Halfway
to
through
be
the
over though.
workday is my favorite. No, I feels that is
End
definitely
of the
always the
workday is
hope.
my favorite, but
True. But sometimes when I just know I'm getting over that hump, I was just like, yay, I can make it. I can make it.
this is true. This is true.
Like when I get to when I work like at 7 a.m. and my lunch is at like 12. And so I come back at 1. I'm just like, okay, 3 hours. I just gotta
hmm
survive 3 hours. And then I'm home free.
Yeah, I used to at other jobs take my lunch like later in my shift so that I can come back and have like 2 hours left. It's always perfect.
They don't let us get that far, but sometimes it's been close.
Yeah.
But
Only
we're not
one I've
here to
ever
hear.
been able to get away with that at is when I was working at Lowe's. There was a time I was working at Lowe's and like I'd go on lunch break and I'd come back and have like 45 minutes left in my shift. Yes.
That's crazy. I feel like I
Mhm.
did that once at probably my I think either when I worked at the aquarium or when I worked at a theater, but they paid minimum wage, so fuck them.
Mhm.
They not here. We're not here today to talk about old and or current or bad. What is it? Work practices. What you been playing? What you been watching?
Should probably tell people what show we're doing right now.
I did.
I know I'm just fucking with you, just seeing if you're paying
Oh,
attention.
I was like, wait a second. I did that part.
Not much new since the last time I was on here. You know, watched all of Ted. Started watching
The show.
Echo. What's that?
Ted, that show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, started watching Echo, watching this show, Delicious Dungeon on Netflix.
Hola. Hey, Will.
Indeed.
What?
Oh no, I said that was it.
Uh,
Yeah, we're not playing
uh,
anything right now. Haven't really had the time. But how about you? What you been watching? What you been playing?
adulting. Um, haven't played much. My schedule's also been kind of wacky, but hopefully with some time off coming up, I'll get some more playing in. Um, but I've been playing Snap like because it's easy to do it on the phone.
Mm.
And watching if you heard yesterday, I watched I finished The Crown, so I caught up on that. I watched through all of something else, and now I forgot what it was. But First Wives Club. I finished that. Ooh, nice. Um,
I only know.
but
Well, I know the show exists, but I've only like seen parts of the movie.
I didn't realize I forgot that it was a movie, but like they pretty much BET took it and they were just like same similar premise to a degree, just with black women instead.
Okay.
Um, but it was interesting. I don't know if it's gonna get a fourth season. It kind of ended openly where like I guess they could come back to it if they wanted to.
I didn't know it
Um,
had three of them. So hey, good for them.
yeah, I mean like it's your typical kind of shitty writing, but
Um,
um
okay.
it was funny because it has what is her name?
Mm.
Michelle something.
Obama,
But no, but two or something like that. So close, but no. Wrong
Michelle
powerful.
Williams from Destiny's Child.
No.
Okay.
Buteau. Here we go. I found her. Um she has some other show on I think Netflix now called Survival of the Thickest. So like I was like, well, I don't think they'll come back around It's a First Wives Club then. So I just assumed that one's over or that's canceled. Even though it's Wikipedia says it's still a present show. But
They
whatever.
haven't officially canceled it yet. That's why.
Yeah.
You probably won't know
But
about
yeah,
the
so
technical upfronts. So
yeah, they're probably still trying to figure out some can we do this, can we do that? But
mhm.
anywho, I watched that. I've been watching the new dubbed episodes of My Hero Academia, and boy, it's getting
Mhm.
stressful.
Oh, I know. I
Stressful.
know. I told you. Yeah, we got through it already. So I know. I know what you're going through. This whole season is just like the whole time.
What
It's
the
like, oh
fuck?
shit. Oh shit.
Yeah. Every time, like each episode, because you always know which when it's gonna go to like, when it's about to go to when it's about to cut or when it's about to end. Like you can feel it in your gut when the credits are about to start,
Mhm.
and it's like always at a time where you're just like, no, go into the next part.
like no, you have not resolved this yet. What the fuck?
It's like so like I never watched Dragon Ball Z, like, each day when it was first coming out on TV. And they were like, stay tuned until tomorrow, where I'd have to wait till tomorrow to
Yeah.
find out the next thing. So for
Those are
me,
dark
this is like,
times,
I was
man.
like, this is what I would have been dealing with, but thankfully I can just hit next.
Yeah, yeah. There was no hit next episode back then. You just had to wait till tomorrow when you got home from school and make sure you got home in time because God forbid you had like basketball practice or some shit. And I'm just like, I don't know how important this practice is. You know,
I could be riding home on my bike, get struck by a car, and I'd be like, no, I must make it home tonight. Do not take me to the emergency room. I'll
basically,
never make
like
it.
I need to see what the fuck this nigga Goku gonna do against Frieza now. Like it looked like he about to lose. What's gonna happen? You know?
Hello, monkey.
Yeah.
That saying alone, the way he says it cracks me up
Yeah, the
every
way he
time.
says monkey like sounds like he
Racist.
100% would be like an Alabama white man. Like
Yes. I want it as like an alert tone though, and I keep telling myself I'm gonna make it, and then I just don't do it, even though it wouldn't take me a long time to do it. But anywho, before we get into more conversation, thank you guys for watching us live. You can catch us here Monday through Friday, your usual faves, me and Travis, Bridget, Matt. There's a whole plethora of us. There's Will, there's sometimes Vince, there's Katie, Kate. There's a whole bunch of us. But you can catch us live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Creatia World. If you're Amazon Prime subscriber, you get access to Prime Gaming, which has all these cool features, but it gets you one free premium subscription to your favorite Twitch streamer. Give it to
mhm,
us. You don't have a different fave. It's us.
it is.
Give it to us. um, but yeah, so you get access to cool things like custom emotes. You made a couple of the custom emotes, right, Trav?
Yeah. And
And I know
Bridget's
Matt
working
has
on some new ones.
And I know Matt has kind of made a couple of them himself. But yeah, you can also watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/Creatia World. When you're watching us there, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. When you
Do
do
that.
that, you get a bell. When you see that crazy, mysterious bell just appear, just tap it. When you tap it, you get alerted every time we go live or we post something. It's great to be notified and in the know, right? So keep doing that. Hit
I would say so.
subscribe and like, and tell your friends to do it too. Um, if you're not watching us live, you can also watch us at Pornhub at pornhub.com/model/Creation World. Why not? Why the fuck not? Just do it.
Mhm.
there's literally no downside to doing it. Even if you were in private browsing, you can still subscribe.
You can.
There's no downside to it, and there's exclusive content on there, so you might as well. Another place you can get exclusive content or access to episodes of Creatia Conversation ad free is on Patreon. Patreon.com/Creatia World. Some tiers will get you these episodes, no ads, and some of them will get you access to exclusive content like multiverse. I almost said return to multiverse. I almost put
That's
all
a
of our
different
shows
thing.
together.
That's a different show that doesn't exist yet.
One day it could, but multiverse, which is me and Travis talking about animated comic book films. We recently we soon will be releasing Justice League War World. Why
That's out
can't I
already.
say that? Oh, look at that. As
Yeah.
of now, it's already out. So go up in there and fucking watch it. Or watch the movie first, then watch it. Do both at the same time. Boy, you might have ADHD, but make it work. Um, there's also Return to Wrestling with Matt and Travis, where they're going over and rewatching like old pay-per-view matches in the wrestling world. Which one did you guys recently do or release?
We last one we did was Slamboree 1998. We will be having the Great
I was
American Bash
6.
1998 will be coming out next week.
There we go. I was 6. That is funny. Um, but yeah, so check in for that. And then there is If You Have to Ask with Matt and Kate, where it's kind of talking about like, am I the asshole kind of topics.
Mm-hmm.
It's I feel like those can be either really dark or really funny, and that just means you're in for a good time. Their most recent topic was called Sad Beige Baby, and boy am I curious to know about this sad beige baby.
You should watch it.
It sounds like something that I might have asked on a random message board somewhere. But enough about that. Let's hop into some news time. The banner. Did you freeze? Travis? Travis? Whoa. Is it me? I can't tell if he's breathing on this or not. Travis? I was gonna say this is probably like the longest con he's ever done on me before, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see till he comes back. But I'm here, so we're still not doing Newsy time yet. That's hysterical. Oh, Travis's internet went out. Um, I'm just gonna talk about some sim stuff because that's what I was gonna start with first. While we're here. Okay, I should have been reading the comments. I think it was the house. Oh, Travis will be back soon. See, Amani's on it. She's keeping me informed, keeping all of us informed. But again, talking about The Sims here. So, The Sims released 2 new kits over this past week, and they're really lackluster to me. I really don't like them. Like my heat's making noise. I don't know, they're just not exciting. There's nothing really that I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, I need to have this." Oh, look, here comes Travis. And he's moving. There we go.
Internet dropped.
I saw. I was starting to talk about The Sims because they have 2 new kits out.
Okay.
And I was just kind of saying, like, I find them to be very lackluster. I don't like them. They, like the kits are kind of like a hit or a miss. Like they'll either add like kind of like a cool concept of additional gameplay or like
Mm-hmm.
extra like create a sim or build stuff. But like I just feel like this one they released 2. So one is called Goth Fashion and the other one is Medieval Castle. So they released
Yeah, I saw the castle
a
thing. I didn't know about the goth one though.
They because you want to know why? Because it looks like the same recycled goth shit that they already had from
Mm.
like Nightlife or like just like in their base model of stuff. Like it's just I was really disappointed in seeing it because like The Sims pointed out that they had like this whole roadmap so far, I think for this year so far. So like so far we've gotten 2 kits. I forget what else is supposed to come next. I think another kit would be coming soon. There's supposed to be, I think, an EP, possibly a game pack. Um, but it just like it was kind of frustrating because I really just I really just wanted it to be worth it. Because
See,
like even for $5, like it's the Castle Estate kit and the Goth Galore,
mhm.
but I'm trying to find like some of the breakdown of the stuff because the goth shit was what I was really excited for because I was like, oh, that would be cool, um, to actually have like some nightlife looking, like besides like their base model stuff,
Yeah.
but it just feels like they took some of the stuff that they already had and just kind of maybe added on like little things here and there, but or they just like modified certain outfits because
Hmm.
it's a create a sim pack. Here we go. Share this tab instead. So here's like the stuff from the kit. Like you have your traditional, black lipstick. They got like some cutout shirts with mesh because goth kids love their mesh. Boots. These boots, these purple boots, we already had these, and
I
the
was
platform boots,
just gonna
we
say, if you had told me
already
all of these
have
things,
this.
yeah, if you had told me all these things were already in the game before, I would have believed you. I
These are all things that are in the base game. Like, yeah, actually this feels like when the 12 came out and they were like, yeah, we changed the shape of the phone. Damn it, I really shouldn't. But I'll just say it as like a consumer because it's just visual. And then the 13 came out and it was the exact same thing, just different colors. It just added different colors and they said the camera was a little bit bigger. Like that was it. All they did was like half of these things I had already in my base game.
but this one like
Even
had
this
like the
makeup.
one the boots got like an extra buckle on them.
Yeah, like what I'm saying, like maybe they didn't have purple, or maybe they didn't have like this colorful blue and yellow
You
going
can't
on the
change the
platform.
colors of your shit anyway.
You can, but not the way you used to in Sims 3, like when you could do the color wheel and
Yeah.
custom color. No, you
Mhm.
have to there's like mods to do that now or like other software to
Oh,
do.
that's dirty.
Yeah, like they took all that shit away just to be like,
So we can sell it to you in pieces.
yeah, like or even when I shared this was like, this is the inspiration for part of our poster, but like I was like maybe if the tattoo is in there, the tattoo is not included. Why even show me the tattoo? I don't remember if this is like a base level ink that they have already available and maybe I'm just not realizing it, but I was just like, bruh, but all of this just looks like a screen cap from like a previous game pack.
Okay.
But let me see. And then
You
castle
just
stuff, just is kind of like if you want to,
build a
I guess,
castle.
yeah, like if you want to live your best princess life. Let me see if I can make this pic bigger. Like all they really have is kind of screen grabs of like
Stroke it a little bit.
just castles.
Hmm.
And I was like, again, some of this stuff looks like at least like the brick texture or the stone texture or the doors and such. Like it doesn't it just looks like stuff that we already have. And so it's like even though yeah, kits are only $5, it just feels like it's not worth the $10 for these 2 kits. Like I'd rather just wait to see what they have come next.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
I
I'm sorry.
very, very disappointed with and then like their update that they had the other day apparently has been getting flack because like the laundry list that they went through of updates, there people were like, this is a very lackluster list and there's so many things that are apparently broken. um I haven't noticed anything yet because like no matter what, because of the exorbitant amount of mods I have and custom content I have in um my mods folder,
Mm-hmm.
um I always have like a last exception file anyway, and I just kind of assume it's from probably something that's probably broken but not really causing a big enough issue. That folder is 49 gigs large.
Good Lord.
And that's just the mods folder. But we can move on. I'll stop talking about why Sims 4 is becoming my 13th reason why. Um, but I wanted to talk about Marvel real quick with Spider-Man. This is
Okay.
something that Matt had put in our line of sight. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but he brought it to my attention because we
Okay.
don't, it's funny. We don't usually do a lot of comic book coverage, or at least I don't. But at first, I thought like the title got me, and I was just like, "Oh shit!" And then I realized it was for a comic book. So Marvel just gave one fan favorite hero a heartbreaking death scene. Marvel keeps trying to break Spider-Man fans' hearts, and Avengers Twilight #1 certainly does the job. This comes from, excuse me, Kofi Outlaw at Comic Book. Spider-Man's death scenes are some of the saddest moments that Marvel fans have witnessed on screen, thanks to films like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Avengers Infinity War. The latter film has become infamous for its cliffhanger ending, where Thanos used the Infinity Gauntlet to turn half the universe into dust clouds, including Tom Holland's Spider-Man. After seeing how Peter Parker died in Tony Stark's arms in Infinity War, MCU fans walked away with whole new levels of respect for Holland as an actor and new therapy bills from seeing one of their most beloved young heroes die a sudden and horrifying death. If you think Spider-Man's death in Avengers Infinity War was sad and or horrifying, Marvel DC writer Chip Zdarsky would like you to hold his beer. Zdarsky's new limited series, Avengers Twilight, has just revealed a whole new dark version for of the future for Marvel's Avengers, including the heartbreaking death of Spider-Man. There is a spoiler warning. Um, the world of Avengers Twilight revolves around the 9/11 style tragedy of H Day, an incident where the secret identities of Marvel heroes all across the world were exposed at once and their loved ones targeted by an army of villains who were enhanced and coordinated by Ultron. Even though the Avengers tried to mount a speedy defense of their fellow heroes, Spider-Man was one of the first to be targeted and paid the ultimate price. We won't read the panel, but I will at least show you what they have given us. I can't really. Oh, we see Natasha and Captain America, and I'm not sure who the other woman is in the back, but we kind of see them look like they're looking for something. Iron
Mm-hmm.
Man's floating around. Captain America's trying to figure out who's doing the enhancements on supervillains, and it's just not looking good.
At all.
And right in
It's
another
bad. It's
screen
all bad.
gab, we have um, Peter, who looks like he's been impaled by stuff on the floor. Cap
Shit.
finds him, and he is just dying. While Cap says, "You'll be fine, son. You're Spider-Man."
No, you
And
won't.
clearly, he is not fine. It's not Peter got penetrated. But yeah, I mean, this is a gritty comic. I won't lie. This is pretty
Mm-hmm.
gritty looking. But I like that when Marvel is willing to go dark, and it's like it kind of reminds me low key when I know you're not a big fan of the Harry Potter movies, but like in the beginning of each one of them, the Warner Brothers logo gets more tarnished and dirty and creepier looking throughout all 8 of the movies, kind of symbolizing how much darker the story gets with each movie or book.
Okay.
And it's kind of like you thought it was like the first one got you like, oh, you thought it was going to be this kind of hunky dory. Okay, you get a little bit of darkness. Story about this boy who's like a wizard and his friends, and they go to this wizard school, and it's like, nope, it's gonna get dark. It's not gonna be fun. And I like that, like Marvel, kind of like the first couple of phases were kind of like, oh, these are introductions. They have like their funny parts and their one-liners, and then like Infinity War came around, and it was like, psych. Here's some mental trauma. Here's some emotional trauma. Here's all of it. And it's just going to be a traumatic ride over and over and over again going forward. So I think I find it fun to see the comments also like going deeper and deeper into like the dark realm.
Oh man, they've been doing that forever. It's if you want to see some really fucked up stuff, like there's some DC shit that's just, especially honestly, it's a lot of Batman stuff. Like there was one Batman comic, not Batman, actually a Superman comic a while ago. And it's interesting because they kind of touched on it in Superman and Lois when we were watching it too. But way back, forgot when this was. I want to say this came out in the 90s. But there's this one issue. I don't remember the number, but like Clark had been gone for a while. He'd been out doing his Superman thing and all that. He hadn't been back to Kansas in a minute. He comes like at some point, John and Martha, they downstairs just chilling, doing their thing, and they hear a noise from upstairs in his room. So like, okay, Clark's back. What's going on? You go up there, you see, they go up there and they see Clark. He's just sitting on his bed, just crying his eyes out. He's all like, just, oh my God, just. And she's like, what's wrong? What's okay? He was like, I hear everything. Like everybody that's screaming, everybody that's crying out for help, everybody that's about to die, I hear them and I can't save them all. And it's just like, it's really just fucking with his head that he can't save all these people that he knows need his help. That was one, like, I remember reading that and just being like, this is fucked up.
Yeah, I think I've always kind of compared Marvel and DC in that like Marvel was lighter, a little bit more campier, and then DC was just like, nah, it's doom and gloom over here all the time, baby, as they take a puff of their menthol cigarettes.
Yeah.
So I get it. But this is like, I think this would be like a limited series I might be interested in reading. I'm kind of curious as to the talking, like the titling of it, Twilight. So I just kind of want to see where they go with that. But it's on sale now at Marvel's, I guess, their site to get like.
Yeah, the digital version there. You can probably get them in, comic book stores and all that too.
I don't get comic books because I have child.
Yeah,
who has no respect for literature. Yeah. Before we get into our next main story, I mentioned that you can get these episodes of Creatia Conversation ad-free if you subscribe to one of our tiers of Patreon. But because we are watching live at this very moment, we're gonna watch an ad now. But it's only like 90 seconds, so you only have to be without us for just that long. So, BRB.
Hey, y'all. I know we're having a lot of fun right now, but I actually want to talk to you about something very important: your health. You see, life is full of twists and turns, and that's why having the right health insurance matters. I want to make sure you have the coverage you need without breaking the bank, and that starts with speaking to me for absolutely no charge. Having health insurance isn't just about doctor visits, though. It's about living a healthier, happier life. Physical health and mental well-being go hand in hand, and that's why the plans I represent cover not just the physical, but the mental aspects of your health as well. And here's the deal. I'm very good at what I do. So not only can I find you the perfect plan, but I might even be able to get you one for free. That's right, free advice and a free plan. Your health is too important to compromise. So let's chat, find the right plan, and ensure your well being. Just visit health.creatiaworld.com today to schedule a free consultation. The link is right here in the description. That's health.creatiaworld.com. Your health, your future. We're back.
We're back. Really quick. So, what was I saying? So the Daily Show still doesn't have a host. And we are now in 2024. And I was just like, part of what kind of got me into watching the news, especially like around the time I got into the Daily Show was during an election season. And it kind of just, it made it easier or more tolerable for me to watch or to like follow the election year and the election season.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm waiting for them to bring me back to that because it's hard. It's like, I realize I don't tune into the Daily Show as much as I used to like a year ago because it's hard to like, I feel like Trevor, pulled me into it, and it was nice because like you knew exactly who you were waiting for, who you were looking for. And it's like now every week it's like very sporadic who it is. Like it could be someone that I'm like, oh, this person's hilarious. And it's like, oh, I wouldn't have thought I wouldn't have thought this person would have been funny. And it's like maybe it's a hit or a miss for me.
And even then it's just like they have to also find that balance of being funny but also delivering the information well,
Yeah. Like I think like I forget who it was. I think it was either Sarah Silverman or it was Chelsea Handler. And I was just like, this doesn't hit the way I thought it would. And it's like, it's not that these aren't two women that I don't find funny, because I love Chelsea Handler's stand-up and some of the other projects she's worked on. But I don't know. It's just like the way like asking them to deliver a joke that's probably been written for them about like something going on instead of having them do something candidly, it doesn't hit the same way. So it's been hard to connect every week.
They really just need to give the job to Roy Wood Jr. Like
they really should have.
Like it's just like just give it to Roy. Like,
but we have like a slight update because apparently they'll be revealing some new stuff soon. So the Daily Show reveals 2024 hosting plans for the election year, and this comes from Jamie Jirac at comicbook.com. Earlier this week, Daily Show won Outstanding Talk Series at the Emmys for Trevor Noah's final season. Oh, right, because he was at the end of the year, so I guess that would count. This has fans wondering yet again who will be the show's next host. Since Noah left in 2022, the show has been led by various hosts, guest hosts, including Leslie Jones, Wanda Sykes, Don Luisiamo, Sarah Silverman, Cal Penn, and more. Many thought longtime correspondent Roy Wood Jr. would end up taking on the role as permanent host, but he announced he was exiting the show in October. During the Daily Show's Emmy, you could see Wood Jr. mouthing the words, "Please hire a host." Did you see that video? The clip of him doing that? Oh my gosh, it was so funny because like it is very subtle that he's doing it, but like you can clearly see him like trying to talk to someone about it, trying to get to someone like, hey, hire a host. Let me see if I can show it to you now. I'm trying not to pull up someone else just talking about it. I'm just trying to see if you can see him do it. And I'm not using that account. That says America's News. And that sounds like that's right-wing led. I'll see if I can find one and I'll send it to you. Let's see if I can find a tweet of it, because that might be that might get it. But oh, here we go. Deadline. I was like, someone's gonna have it. Someone's gonna lead me to a tweet. that will.
Journey. And thank you to everybody else on this canopy. Thank you to these people. We did it, baby. We did it. Here's the thing of it. Hey, John Stewart, wherever you are, my friend.
You see it? You see him?
Yes.
Thank you for asking me.
And he's
Please
like chanting it.
hire a host.
Thank you to these people. We did it, baby. We did it.
But yeah, so like people were like, not him saying a host, and he even responded back to someone saying, hey, that was supposed to be done in confidence.
As I did this on national television.
Right. Well, an election year is upon us, and Deadline is reporting that The Daily Show is once again continuing without a permanent host. According to the report, The Daily Show's correspondents will lead the show for the next few months rather than having celebrity guest hosts come in like the previous year. This plays into the idea that the show's permanent host or hosts could already be on staff. A proposal that has floated within Paramount, Deadline writes, with Wood Jr. out, it's being said that Ronnie Chang, Desi Lydic, and Jordan Klepper are currently in talks for new contracts, while Michael Costa and some other correspondents are already signed on for the show's next phase.
Yeah. So what they need to do, need to call Roy, hat in hand. You're going to have to pay him more now because you let this go on too long, and bring him on as the host. Of all the current people that are on the show right now who hosted the show, he did the best job, in my opinion. But also,
especially if you're not going to do, especially if you're not going to do Cal Penn or Hassan Minaj, like since you know his scandal thing, and I guess Cal Penn might just be too busy because he be out here working. But I think they should. I agree with you. I think they definitely should just, write up, make an apology, and be like, you know what, we were wrong, and we should have done.
We should have just gave you the job to begin with.
We should have done this from the jump. And you know what, I've noticed our wrongs, and we'd like to right them.
Like I said, it's going to cost them more money now, but
I feel like they'll have it though, because it's an election year. So it's just like people are going to tune in because this is going to be the comedy, the easy place to digest the politics.
It's funny. Speaking of Roy, somebody tweeted, I guess, that they wanted to hear what Roy Wood Jr. had to say about the whole Cat Williams thing, like between him and Steve and all that kind of stuff. And his reply was, when the uncles is arguing, the nephews need to shut the fuck up.
Hey, I get it. I definitely am here for it. That's why that's why it's just like, he got receipts, so don't be talking out of turn.
Yeah.
I would imagine like there's probably still a chance that they could still, reach out to him, because he even said it could still happen. Wood said of returning to The Daily Show to host while appearing on Sherry last year. I just don't want to do work in the meantime. I was shocked at the decision myself because, number one, we were in a strike. Who do you know come off a strike and then quit the job? That wasn't the plan. And so I get it. So I think this would be a good opportunity for them to just let the correspondents, host like they are going to. And then towards the summer, as we're really getting into the skinny of into the thick of the election season, then bring on Roy as a host.
Yeah.
It'll be a great time to like have a new permanent host, because there'll be a new era based on who wins this election.
Yeah.
Or who ends up running officially for each party.
Yeah, who the fuck knows what's happening right now? Like,
it's a hot dumpster.
Because on one hand, like, we don't know who the Republicans are going to pull. It's looking like it's going to be Rubio, but it might be a Trump thing too. So it's just like, what the fuck are we doing? And then, like, as far as Democrats go, you're assuming Biden, but will he live that long? Like, we don't know. Like, it's
right, because it's kind of going down to that whole thing again of, would I be intrigued to see how it works out? Yes, I'd be intrigued. Like, Joe, not that I want it to happen and I don't wish it, do not send the Secret Service to my door. Like, if he was to like kick the bucket during his
them right now,
not calling the authorities on the live, But like if he was to like, you know, kick the bucket because of like old age, I would imagine, or the weather, you know, insufferable cold as we're going through, you know, I'd be intrigued to see how a Kamala presidency would progress. But I know
forgot
that
she
they
was the
probably
vice president, bro. I always forget the vice president exists. It's not even that like she was forgettable. It's the office of vice president is just very forgettable to me.
well, yeah, because in my eyes, it's like, what do you do
Their
besides going
whole
around
job
shaking?
is to like oversee the Senate, I think, mostly. Like they like I don't know, but they don't even do shit for that either. And it's just like I don't
That's
know
what I'm
what the
saying. It's
vice
like, what do
president
they
really does.
like? They just be showing up at people. So, what was I saying?
Mm.
But I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of people out there who would not be interested in that, and that very closed-minded people. But you know, that's why I just kind of like maybe they won't let that happen. But
Yeah,
anywho, back to
no.
the Daily Show. I just want them to pick a host so I can just, excuse me, I can feel connected back to a show again. But speaking of feeling connected to a show again, SVU came back yesterday. Actually,
Okay.
all the Law and Orders came back yesterday, and I was so excited. I didn't think it was going to be this soon since the strike, but they did, and they made it work.
Well, I'm happy you got your shows back.
I got like my fill, but it wasn't. You know, the episodes weren't as like gripping as I wanted them to be. Like the Law and Order episode was pretty obvious as to why they chose the subject that they chose. It was, you know, Israel versus Palestinian controversy. So it's just like, it's like, wow, could you be less predictable, Dick? Like, and I mean Dick as in Dick Wolf. But yeah, it's back. That's all I wanted to share.
Okay.
I think we could do a couple of trailers.
Okay.
Before we move along. I have a couple for a game and one for a movie. So do you want game or movie first?
Movie.
Okay. This is called Red Right Hand Trailer. I mean, it's called Red Right Hand. This is just the trailer for it. It features Orlando Bloom, Andy McDowell, Garrett Dillahunt, and it's a thriller. I'm kind of curious about that movie, or intrigued by that new movie that's coming out later this year, Civil War. Just because, huh?
Not familiar.
I'll send you a trailer for it later. But let's go into this because I have no idea what this is going to be about.
There's also a good chance I've seen that trailer already. I just don't remember.
Touche. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Bottom right corner. Slow it all down, Savannah. See it. Say the word. You know what to do. God.
For God,
Family.
family, survival.
Survival.
Big Cat just wanted us to pay you a little visit.
Leave him alone!
They're under the impression that you're in Big Cat's debt that you owe. I took a loan on my place.
How much trouble are we in?
Oh, I'll handle it. I got a Big Cat problem.
Always some white. Oh shit!
Queen.
Always
Good
some white
Lord.
bitch with gray hair.
I'm not sure what I could do about that.
If you're gonna survive in these hills, you need to get used to a little blood.
Why are you putting the screws on me and my family?
Now, I got good, strong boys. They don't have your gifts. I thought I'd give you a chance to work off the debt, so I don't put your niece and brother-in-law in a hole.
3 jobs to pay off a debt. 3 jobs and I'm done.
It don't matter what you do.
Come here.
They had to make Orlando Bloom
You ready
fully
for
grow
war?
out all
I
his
never
facial
needed
hair
something more in
to
my
make him
life.
believable as this role.
Take him out. Make a show of it.
All right, boys.
Ain't no way. If he was clean shaven or cleaner shaved, would I have believed any of this? I was like, he is a pretty boy from England.
Okay.
Not where I thought that was gonna go. I thought that was gonna be a little bit more like, I don't know, scandalous. Like I wasn't anticipating like, oh, you just owe some money, like, and now you gotta do shit to get out of owing the money. I was just like, that's boring.
You thought
Like,
it was, what did you think it was going to be?
I thought one of like, so like I saw these three people, the two guys and the girl, and I was like, one of these people gonna die, and like maybe, and it's probably gonna be the redheaded one, and the girl's gonna have a taste for vengeance, and Orlando Bloom's character is clearly gonna be the one who trains her, and raises her to go after the people who killed the other dude, who's probably her brother or cousin or father.
I guess. I mean, to me, it just seemed like in the end it ends up being the same movie anyway. So
Yeah, like that lady's gonna end up dead regardless.
Yeah.
Or get away. But all right, we can move on to the next one. This is Pow World, and this is their early access launch trailer.
Yeah. Launched today.
Launch today. Launch today. Oh, probably hope I shared this, right?
Usually it does.
Oh.
Yeah, but just wait.
It looks like Pokemon.
Yes, it does. Definitely looks like Pokemon.
It looks like they're gonna get a lawsuit soon. They even have balls to catch them.
But they have guns.
Yeah, that's kind of the interesting part about this. They said Fortnite, but with Pokemon. With Battle Royale, but with Pokemon.
So what they're saying about this one is it's open world survival crafting game for up to 32 players. Gather your weapons and go on an adventure with over 100 types of pals. Captured pals can be trained, fought, and labored. New content coming with updates.
Cool.
Character customization, good. I'm always
32
down
people. I don't even like 32 people.
What's that noise?
They even sound like Pokemon. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Pokemon with
Something tells
guns.
me, right? Something tells me like if Nintendo, like not Nintendo, but like Pokemon creators like sent them like a cease and desist, something like that. Like no, 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 no. We have guns. It's not the same thing.
Here's the thing. We saw this months ago at a showcase. I don't remember which one it was. But when we first saw it, we were like, oh, they're doing Pokemon with guns. And since then, we just been waiting for something to happen to where they can't launch the game or something. And it hasn't happened yet. This was like, I think we saw this like back in the summer for the first time. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this look like it's coming. It's good to go. They already launched it. If they were going to sue them, they would have done it already.
Yeah, because they probably were watching like trailers like crazy, just like looking for any kind of like, is it there? But I guess it's out. I guess that'll work for it. But we're gonna call it the week from there.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been good. It's been fun ending the week with you, Travis.
It's been fun ending the week with you as well.
And you guys know that where you guys can always, socialize with us on all of the social nets, such as Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. At It's Creatia World at ITSCREATIA World. You can also go to creatiaworld.com where you can get like super master list of all of our links to like probably freaking everything. So, you can figure that out there. You can also watch us live at Facebook at facebook.com/Creatia World. When you're there, you can get updates there as well. If you're a Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon fan, join our Facebook group where we talk all things about that, especially because House of the Dragon season 2 is coming out soon. Well, soon-ish, like the summer.
Mm-hmm.
But it's right around the corner. The way that the years have been flying, will be there before you realize it. But that's facebook.com/group/themdragons. If you're a wrestling fan, we have more wrestling stuff besides just Return to Wrestling. We also have Smacking It Raw, which is our wrestling show every week. Saturday at midnight, 11 p.m. Central, with Matt, Vince, and Katie, where they talk all things wrestling from that previous week. But you can also join their group to also be in like the safest place, the less toxic place to talk all things wrestling. And that's facebook.com/groups/smacking it raw. Where can they find you, Travis?
On the Instagram and the Twitters and Threads and Blue Sky and all that other shit at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT.
And you can find me in all the same places at Maradashark, MARADASHARK. We will see you guys next week. So till then,
Peace.
do what you do.